Hey guys, as you know, the Phoenix just got introduced to ARK and it is glorious. I've already had a little look at it and tried to test out some things to try to figure out how you tame it before I look like an idiot on video. So I know how to tame this thing. It's kind of crazy. It's going to be extremely difficult to do on official servers, I guarantee, because you can't change the taming time, and these things will only be around during a superheat, and they are also one spawn per map, so I assume when you have it tamed, another one has the chance to spawn, but there's only ever going to be one on the map wild, I assume, so that's going to be kind of crazy. Everybody's just going to be doing like dogfights to try to tame this thing, but yeah, so what you're going to need for this is basically, I mean, you could go with fire arrows, but I really would not recommend it. I'd recommend getting yourself a fire wyvern. That's the best way to do it. It does take quite some time to actually get this thing tamed, which we'll go over now in a second, but that's the best way to do it. Fire wyvern, I mean, you can use a flamethrower, arrows work as well. I guess dropping oil jars down and setting those on fire would also work, but this thing does not land. It doesn't land on the ground. It's only ever up in the sky, which is crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run a command that's going to trigger a superheat, and obviously I just want to state we are on a single player world for this demonstration, because one per map is going to be pretty difficult to do on my survival series. So yeah, that's going to be insane. Anyway, these things spawn up in the air from what I could tell. I haven't seen one on the ground at all. They all just seem to be up in the air. Even if you spawn one in, they fly directly up. So look up in the sky, because you will see some sort of flame thing flying by, and they're gonna be pretty easy to spot, but at the same time you need to be in like the right location. Now currently, not gonna lie, I don't know exactly the spot, if there's an exact spot on the map where they spawn. They could be anywhere, and maybe even during a superheat they might not even spawn, but we're gonna go over exactly how you tame them now. So I'm actually gonna just spawn one in for this demonstration. So that's the spawn code right there, as you can tell. So just, you know, the general spawn code, just replace Raptor or whatever with Phoenix, and you'll get a Phoenix, and that is the Phoenix right there. And now that one's landing, which is weird. Or is it? I don't think it is. Alright, so to tame this thing, you gotta just light it on fire. Pretty much, just keep lighting it on fire. I guess, like, if you stop lighting on fire, you'd lose taming effectiveness, but you just got to keep using your flame on it. You can use a flamethrower if you can get close enough somehow, but like, as you can tell, like, this doesn't really look possible to get like close enough to it to actually flamethrower it. If you had, I guess, another person with you, with a creature that could actually keep up with this, like another flyer, they could hold you in the claws, like in an RG or something. Haven't tested out the speed to tell. You could see a taming bar just there a second ago. Just for a split second you could see it. So we're gonna just keep following him and just keep hammering him with the flame. I don't think it damages him at all. I don't know if we can, like, I'm just trying to see if we can actually show off the taming bar. So yeah, this is gonna be extremely hard to get, because first of all, superheat. It has to be superheat. That's gonna be harder for you to survive up here. We just saw taming bar for a split second, but I didn't catch a value. It's gonna be harder for you to survive up here when you're actually trying to tame this thing, because obviously superheat, it means that you're gonna get dehydrated quite a lot. So cactus broth is probably recommended for this tame, and Kaolian soup or stew, whatever it's called, also. That's the one that keeps your water draining down a little bit, and obviously like desert cloth or really good gilly. So now we gotta land for some stam, and as you can tell, this thing is just flying all over the place. I'm not invisible or anything. I'm not like, it's just not attacking for some reason. They just don't attack, I guess. I went right up to it in no cheat mode and it didn't attack me. So yeah, we're really quickly for this demonstration just going to give infinite stats, because I don't really want to have to wait around. So anyway, as you can see, it just bolts off, and if you're on an official server or a multiplayer server of any kind, you're fighting everybody else to try to be the one that flames this thing last and tames it. And you just saw me tame it there. What level did we get? 85, is it? Okay, so I guess that might have been like around 60 or so. I think it said like 60. So let me show you these guys. They are really cool. Now, how long did that take? How long do we have left? I think I spawned it in around 2 minutes or so into the video. So it took around 2 minutes to get that guy, but that's the actual taming, and I have 5 times taming on here. So you're probably going to need multiple people to even get one of these things, because, I mean, 5 times taming took around 2 minutes. The storms last about 5 minutes. You have to find it first. This thing's gonna be near to impossible to get. Seriously, I'm not even joking. It's gonna be very, very difficult to get. So let me quickly just... I wanted to just drop down a sleeping bag so we can get back to the wyvern if we need to. Let's drop down a couple, and I'm gonna drop everything onto this guy because we're not gonna be able to bring anything with us. These things have horrible... actually, let me grab my flamethrower. And I will... yeah, just the flamethrower, I think. These things have horrible weight. Their stats in general aren't very good, but they are very useful. They're a very useful creature. Now, they don't seem to land, which is interesting, and as you can tell, it's kind of got like a blue tint to the front of it. It's very hard to see because it's just constantly, it's just engulfed in flames, and it's really hard to tell. But I guess that blue is obviously, you know, like the bottom of a flame is always blue. So, yeah, this is the Phoenix, guys. Doesn't this thing look insane? It looks pretty similar to what it did look in the dev kit. Now, the head is kind of a little bit bigger. The neck, I think the dev kit to the head was like the same width. So the neck here is a little bit skinnier, which makes it look a little bit better. But as you can tell, just look at this glorious creature. It just looks amazing. Still has the things on its head as the same model in the dev kit. The talons and everything look the same. It's just, I think they've pretty much just like revamped the actual like body of it, and obviously can't really tell with the wings. So yeah, let's ride on this thing. Now let me show you the stats. This is level 85, okay? These are the stats for around 85. Max level on here I think is 120 because I'm on single player. So they're the stats right there. They're not extremely good. I mean, like, this thing could die instantly if you leave it out. If you're a tribe and somebody sees you with this, they're gonna follow you back to your base, wait till you're not looking, and just murder your Phoenix. And these things don't seem to come back from being dead. I've already tried. I've killed the Phoenix, and you can't bring them back, guys. You can't. So what I have to say about this creature is, like, the stats, not very good. The stamina on this one's quite good, actually, but I haven't really seen stamina that good on around this level. The weight is the big problem. You cannot carry anything with this. You're going to be completely, like, useless because you're not going to have anything in your hands or anything. Can you actually... what slot do I have? Okay, so you can't pull out weapons when you're on here. But as you can tell, he does have a crosshair. What is that for? That is for his right-click attack. So you can shoot giant balls of fire, and they land down, and they just set the place on fire. Now, obviously, hitting into, like, a large creature could be very, very devastating for that creature. And, I mean, you know, like, the speed of this creature doesn't seem too much as well. So you're going to be pretty kind of screwed. I mean, if you hit, like, a Giga and then you're trying to get away. Or will you? Watch this. I'm holding down spacebar. This is what happens when you hold down spacebar. You do this giant, like, bolt forward, and then you're just like, I guess you're, what are you, I don't even know if we're gliding here. We're just like flying forward, and we have our wings fully spread out, and we're just engulfed in flames. So let me test this out a little bit. Let me fly right into some creatures and see if we can just set them on fire by doing this. Yeah, we seem to just set that direwolf on fire. Nice. All we had to do was just do this mad dash right in front of them, and it just sets things on fire. Let me show you. Oh crap. Here, I'm just gonna go into infinite stat mode just for this, because otherwise we're gonna be waiting around. So let me show you. Can we turn? Oh, it's pretty difficult to. Let's get over here a little bit, and then we'll turn around and come back. This thing is insane, honestly. I'm really happy with it. I just think it's gonna be very difficult to get, and it's gonna definitely stress a lot of people out. You know, like the unicorn, I'm sure a lot of people really like it. It's no different than the Equus, but it's very hard to get, and there's one per map until it's tamed, so that's okay. The unicorn's not really that useful, though. This thing is. Look at this. Like, you can set targets on fire. Like, all you have to do is just fly by creatures, and you can just set them all on fire. Like, it doesn't have a limit. You can't just set 1 or 2 on fire. If you flew by 100 creatures lined up in a base, you could set them all on fire. And you move fast enough to be able to get away as well. I mean, like, we're moving relatively quick here. It's not the fastest, but still. Really, really cool. And majestic as well. Now, one thing I was kind of wondering was whether or not we'd get a saddle for this creature. We don't actually get a saddle. It's just a bareback, so that puts it at another disadvantage. It's going to have no armor value, so it's going to be very, very weak to fire, like arrow fire and like bullets and everything. You know, it's going to be just very, very flimsy. Like, this thing could die instantly. Like, it's just, oh my god. The whole fact that it's so hard to get, imagine if you get one and it just dies instantly. I don't even know how I would react. But anyway, so I'd recommend pumping health on this thing. Like, let me give it some experience. Let me just make it like max level. So let me see. Health goes up by like a decent amount. Like, you could definitely pump a good few levels in. I'd probably definitely go like around 4 or 5k. And then you'd probably, do you want any weight? It's not worth it. Look, we're not getting anything on that. It's really not. I mean, like, just enough to hold you with your armor on is probably what you're going to need. And melee damage is probably what you're going to want to go for, or stamina. Stamina goes up by, yeah, a decent amount. What is that, like, maybe 40 or so? Around 50 there. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, like, the stats actually go up pretty well, but now it's max level. We've got like 420 health there. We've got 1400 stam. We've got a decent amount of melee, and we wasted a couple levels testing out the weight. So not too bad, but at the same time, very flimsy at the start. You're going to need to pump health immediately, because otherwise it will just die. For sure. But I gotta say, this is going to get I don't know, this is going to take a little while to get used to, this whole blaze attack thing. The way you're just able to fly over creatures and just set them all on fire. Like, we just set a whole pack of frickin' terror birds on fire back there. We just killed an echo somehow as well. So it's really cool. Seriously. Very, very neat and so majestic. I love it. Oh man. But yeah, along with all of these cool abilities and everything I've showed you, I'm sorry. My voice keeps going. It's very late at night. I've been waiting for this update for a while. Sorry. But yeah, along with everything I've showed you, you can also set targets on fire by just hitting them. And if you have this thing, if you're not mounted, you get an option to have the blaze targeting turn on and off. And that basically means whether or not it's going to set a creature on fire when it hits them. And obviously, you could probably end up hitting your own creatures. I'd imagine that actually is a friendly fire attack. So, like, I mean, you could probably hurt your own creatures with this thing. I mean, we could probably test that. Although the fire wyvern's back there, I don't really want to waste time with that. You can't land with this thing as well, so it's going to be, I don't know. I don't really like that. I kind of like creatures that can land. Like, I don't like the bat because you have to have them just, like, flying around your base. But, I mean, they should add a way for it to land. It would make more sense, right? Here, light this guy on fire. Did we turn that thing on? Look, he lit him on fire. So awesome. Alright, let me show you what else this thing can do. Just unfollow. Now, as you can tell, he can cook meat in his inventory. He's cooked one so far. I wonder if I take that out. Oh, it's, yeah. Okay, so it probably takes maybe like the same time as a campfire. Yeah, in around. It can also, let's get some metal here. I think it's 74. We're gonna get 10 in. Oh, that was ingots. Crap. Sorry. It's. I think it's 9. There you go. So you can also cook metal. Apparently, I don't know if they've actually implemented it. They probably have. I mean, it wouldn't say it in the dossier. There we go. Yeah, you can cook metal on these guys. Now, how much metal or how handy is this actually gonna be? Not very handy because I mean, look at the weight. It's terrible. You know, you can maybe put. Metal weighs like 1 per. You can put like 90 metal in this one here, and I mean it's gonna be handy once you're out and about, but at the same time it's, you know, it's a little bit gimmicky, especially with the weight, but I guess the weight is a balance on this creature. So you can cook food. You can probably cook prime as well, I'd imagine. One thing I'd be interested in knowing is if you can actually preserve meat in here, like if you could put spark powder and some oil, can it actually make like jerky? That would be really cool. You can also turn when you're doing this ability, by the way, but it's a very wide turn. But yeah, what else can it do? It can also pick creatures up as well. Wait, no, this is an attack, is it? I thought that was like a pickup animation. Hang on, let me see what I can pick up. Can I pick things up? No, I just lit them all on fire. Wait, maybe I can pick up like a jerboa or something. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. Let me go find a jerboa. Where do we have any jerboas over here? Any jerboa buddies? Hanging around? No? I guess we could spawn one in. Any jerboas down here before I have to go ahead and spawn one in? Probably not. Alright, let me grab that command. So yeah, I mean, like, pretty cool creature, honestly. Oh crap, we shouldn't be doing this here. It's a pretty cool creature. I mean, I'm really enjoying the abilities of it. It's just the difficulty in taming it is going to be a big load of crap. Also, it can harvest wood, which is interesting. That's actually really cool. We can also like spam spacebar and kind of do this. Go a little bit faster. Does it have an X attack? No. So yeah, you can shoot fire. You can do a giant blaze attack where you fly forward. You can do whatever the C attack is, which we're going to find out now in a second. Let me see. So can we pick this thing up? Oh, we just broke a rock? Are you kidding me? It can harvest metal, I bet. We just freaking broke a rock. Are you kidding? That is insane. Hang on, is there any metal around here? I feel like there's metal nodes up here somewhere. Yeah, you can break rocks with this thing. I did not know that. That is very surprising. I mean, I don't know how useful that's going to be, especially with the weight, but, you know, it's interesting. You could probably harvest metal. I mean, if I can... I don't really know this map too well, so I'm trying to find, like, a metal node. I feel like there's some over here somewhere. That is insane, though, actually. You can frickin' harvest metal, probably. I imagine you can. If you can break a normal rock, then you could probably harvest some metal off of another one. So that's the C attack. It looks like a pickup animation, but I guess it's just a harvest animation. I guess we could head over towards whatever obelisk this is. Or no, there's metal up on top of this hill for sure. There's a metal node. So yeah, in terms of scale, by the way, let me have a look. Yeah. It's pretty much like the same size as an Archie. I mean, the Archie's a little bit bulkier, but like it's roughly the same wingspan. Obviously just, you know, the RG is a little bit fatter or whatever. Oh man, but yeah, the fact that you can light things on fire is seriously like a game changer. Let me see. Can we break that metal node over here? I wish you could turn a little bit better with the cool ability that it has. Let me see. No, you don't get metal when you attack. Interesting. Those are metal nodes, so you get stone, but not metal. I wonder if that's a mistake. We obviously got some prime there. Let's see if that cooks up. We do anything else? No? No, I don't think we can. But yeah, as you can tell, right there. Oh my god. So amazing. So you can't harvest metal, but you can collect stone and wood. I don't know how useful that is, honestly, because it just doesn't seem useful at all. I guess for clearing stuff out, if you're like stuck, it could be handy in a way, but whatever. Not really my kind of thing. Let's test this out, though. Wow. Yeah, I assume this little fireball as well as probably stays on the spot and can burn multiple things if like stuff is walking through them. Let's light everything on fire here. Can we fly forward? We're way down or something. I don't know what the hell's happening. There we go. Anyway, guys, that's probably it. There's a lot to this creature. It seriously is amazing. I gotta say, ARK devs, you did a great job with this. You're big trolls for the fact that it's really hard to tame. But it is a really, really nice creature. And I'm sure on like a private server, you could probably increase the spawn cap so there's more spawning at once. But on official, guys, honestly, I feel for you. Good luck trying to get one of these because it's going to be very difficult. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and beat the crap out of that like button. If you guys want to see more like this, subscribe, and I will see you next time.